Doctors say there's no way Biden would pass mental competency tests. Biden appears to wander off UN stage without shaking President Lula's hand at the end of joint speech, leaving Brazilian leaders visibly irritated. That's what I got for you today, so let's just get into this. We've seen this for years now, of the competency of this illegitimate president, and nothing's being done about it. This comes from the Western Journal. How bad are President Joe Biden's diminishing cognitive return? One prominent psychiatrist said she wouldn't trust him to pass a basic mental evaluation, let alone a real one. In an interview on Real America's Voice last week, Dr. Carol Lieberman, who has appeared on Oprah Winfrey, Dr. Phil, Fox News, CNN, and many other venues, according to her website, said voters shouldn't simply focus on the fact Biden is an octogenarian, which means an old damn man. Lieberman said there's talk about Biden being too old to run, which isn't really the case, which it's not, because there's older people out there that definitely are more cognitive than he is. What I'm going to let you do, I'm going to let you see an interview they did with her. Come back and we'll talk about it after that, so watch this.
So it's not about the age, it's about his competency. If he took the test that I was offering him, this mini mental status test or some other kind of test of competency, there's no way he would pass. I mean, there's a question, who's the president of the United States? He wouldn't get that right.
It's not age. My in-laws are 80 years old, and they're definitely better cognitive than this demented fool. It's about his competency. Lieberman continues, if he took the test that I was offering him, this mini mental status test of some other kind of test, there's no way he would pass it. She even said Biden wouldn't be able to answer the question, who is the president of the United States? Now, as for the test Lieberman was referring to, the mini mental state exam is an 11-question measure that tests 5 areas of cognitive functions: orientation, registration, attention and calculation, recall, and language, according to the Harvard Institute of Geriatric Nursing. Naturally, Biden isn't going to submit to any kind of mental evaluation. His administration is going to keep covering for him, doctoring official White House transcripts, ushering him away from reporters, ending news conferences early, those sort of things. And yet liberals will bring up Donald Trump's age, mental fitness, after seeing Biden in action for many years. However, the country can see that it's not the number that counts, it's how with it the person is. Lieberman's right. With Biden, you might actually have to wait for him to remember who the president is by the time he comes up with a response. One can only hope the answer has changed. Well, he keeps calling everybody else the president. That dimwit Harris, she's just dumb as a box of rocks, and this man's worse. So how could somebody like this be signing paperwork and trying to make deals with foreign governments? Like Iran shouldn't be having nukes at all, and they are. They're making nuclear weapons right now. China is bordered up on Taiwan. Right now they are fueling more and more troops on Taiwan land, and this man does nothing about it. This man has been an embarrassment on the world stage since day one, and nothing's changing about it. That's a problem. Now, for you liberals out there, and I want you to see this here, this is for you, because I'm coming to you. Because you guys don't believe anything, and I've been telling people this, and Disney had a picture of Pinocchio, and I said, hey, look, Joe Biden. And of course, all these liberals come back out there, and I expected this to happen. That's why I did it. Come back and say, no, it's Trump. It's so bad they can't even see the lies that this man's perpetrating. And the bad thing about it is the man believes his lies, and they've been fact-checked over and over again, even by liberal media stations. That's the sad part about it. And these liberals don't want to believe that the man is a habitual liar. Now let's get back to the world stage thing. Biden appears to wander off UN stage without shaking President Lula's hand at the end of joint speech, leaving Brazilian leader visibly irritated. Before this, he walked out of the stage, ran into the flag, tried to blame the flag's fault that he bumped into it. Then he goes in, walks straight to the podium without the Brazilian leaders and the other UN leader. This man just doesn't know what he's doing. President Joe Biden strained relations with South America country Wednesday at the United Nations by bumping into its flag before the speech, then leaving the podium without shaking hands with the Brazilian leader. Luis Inácio Lula da Silva, 77, appeared irritated after the two leaders shared a stage to speak about improving workers' rights in each country, according to report of the Daily Mail. The 80-year-old leader of the free world bumped into a 7-foot-tall Brazilian flag, sending it teetering when he approached the United Nations podium, addressed the assembly of diplomats, the report noted. I watched him do it. Biden fumbled with his headset he wore to hear translated versions of the President Lula's speech, according to the report. Can you hear me, President Biden? Lula asked before beginning to speech. This is a historical moment for Brazil and for the U.S.
To say to President Biden, can you hear me, President Biden? This is a historical moment for Brazil and for the U.S. President Biden, can you hear me? You can? Yes, good.
This is just an example I'm trying to give you of the incompetence, the embarrassment that this man is providing the U.S. on the world stage. I'm sick and tired of going on to X, Twitter, and seeing all these liberals and Democrats and putting down that this man is the best thing that's ever happened to this country. He's the worst thing that's ever happened to this country. And I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of seeing it every time we turn around. Just to think about and I'll let you see what I mean about this is the Bob Mendez. He's a Democrat. I won't back no Democrats because they're all corrupt people. But even Democrats are asking him to resign over taking bribes and influence peddling and all this. And he's taking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Senator Robert Menendez of New Jersey has been indicted. Now, we know that the senator has been under some federal scrutiny for some time, but this morning we just received word from the United States Attorney's Office, the Southern District of New York, that he's been charged in a federal corruption indictment. There will be a press event later today to announce the unsealing of that indictment, charging the senator, who is the senior U.S. senator from the state of New Jersey, along with his wife, Nadine Menendez, with bribery offenses in connection with their corrupt relationship with 3 New Jersey businessmen. And in the indictment, it alleges that Menendez and his wife allegedly accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars of bribes in exchange for using Menendez's power and influence as a senator to protect and enrich those individuals.
But you've got an illegitimate president sitting in that White House taking millions of dollars from foreign countries, houses that he can't afford on a president or a senator's salary, but nobody's calling for this man to resign on the Democrat side. If you don't think that there's something going on here, something crooked and corrupt, you people are out of your mind. Just go back and look, fact check everything, fact check the lies. His son did not come home in a flag-draped coffin. He did not almost lose his house in a fire, and his vet and his wife in a 20-minute kitchen fire that was extinguished easily. He was not down at Ground Zero in New York the day after 9/11 happened. And those are just some of the things. He does not have 3 degrees in college. He was not a teacher in college. There's so much you could go on and on and on about this man. The lies are every day. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave comments and questions below. Any of you liberals watching this, you want to fact check me, and leave your comments in the comment section. I dare you. The hearing's coming up this week. First hearing on Biden's impeachment, which is irritating me because it shouldn't take this. They should be able to vote on it and get him out quick. But I hope I can do a live feed while the hearing's going on, and you and I can listen to it together. I've got some equipment upgrades I have to do before I can do that. If I can do it before Thursday's when it's going to be, and we're going to do a live feed and go over everything that we hear live on air. So let me know what you guys think. Leave any questions, comments below. Follow me on Rumble at CHASU, CHASU. Share my videos with friends and family. Get them out there. Follow me. Get me some followers out there. And as soon as I get some more information on this or any other thing, you know I'll get it out to you. So in the meantime, this has been a Talking Point with the Country Conservative. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you next time.